Yes, people, then welcome back to the Arsenal Transfer Centre, the show that keeps you locked in with all Arsenal transfers throughout the summer transfer window, the winter transfer window, and all transfer windows beyond that. People, we are getting closer, step by step, to 500 subscribers. One by one, we are getting closer. So if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button as well, and comment down below your thoughts on this video. People, I predict a busy week ahead for the Arsenal, especially the next 2 weeks, as next week we come back officially for pre-season training, and I know that Mikel Arteta wants to have these players in. So let's start with this week. Christian Norgaard is set to be announced as an Arsenal player. I brought the news to you last week that the medical had already been completed, and now it's just about getting that announcement video out there. He is our new DM coming in. We know we've let go of Jorginho. We know Partey's gone and this, that, and the other now. Blah, 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 blah. We've got Zubimendi in now, and Norgaard is set to come in as well. I do still feel like we need another DM, in my personal opinion. Probably a youngster like Luciano Gomez. But Christian Norgaard will be coming into the Arsenal. It was confirmed last week by the sporting director of Brentford that the deal was all but done. Medical is now done. Now we are just waiting for that announcement. Norgaard is a decent player, and I look forward to seeing him in the Arsenal colours and seeing how he does. And you know what? It's a shrewd bit of business, decent bit of business, cheap, getting him in, Premier League proven, decent, but we want that level up, and that level up is Zubimendi. We've got that in too. Gunners, let me know how you feel about this one. I am flying through this news because I've got a lot to do today. Victor Yokarez. Now, this deal is like this. That's how much. That's how close. That's how close it is to being done. It's close. So close. But this director, Federico Varandas, is just continuing to play hardball. He's really digging his heels into the ground and trying to make us pay as much money as possible for Victor Yokarez. We know that the relationship between sporting director and sporting and Victor Yokarez has soured like a lemon, and now it's just about getting the player out, getting gone. But the sporting director knows that is the ball in his court. He doesn't have to sanction the sale or this, that, and the other too. But this situation could get really nasty if the sporting director doesn't pick up. Like I said, Yokarez has already packed his bags, already thinking about the medical in London, already very set to fly, if not flying already to London. But Berta did have to go and have face-to-face contacts with those sporting director and obviously sporting representatives of Victor Yokarez to get this deal done. It's just a little bit now. We are close. We are absolutely close. An announcement, here we go, will be coming soon on Victor Yokarez. Let's move on to Eberi Eze of Crystal Palace. And now this deal, it's not even going to be necessarily a hard deal because it's not necessarily connected to that of a Madawake or a Rodrigo because it's not winger options. I think getting the money in for Eze will be simple. Pay as you play. Not pay as you play. It's not even pay as you go. Installments. That's all it is installments. Crystal Palace are happy to have this deal paid in installments, whether they pay, if it's 68 million over the 5 years or 3 years or whatever it is. Crystal Palace are happy to have this deal in installments, and that looks good for Arsenal because there is no way we can shell out 70 million on a Yokarez, another 51 million on a Zubimendi. That Zubimendi deal was being paid in installments. That's why it's not going to look so hard on our balance box, but it's a good thing. And as we know, Eze absolutely wants to move to Arsenal, so hopefully that will pick up this week as well, and I have more news on that for you during the week. Arsenal are also willing to listen to offers, and I've spoken about these three extensively throughout the summer transfer window in general regarding Zinchenko. Not much Zinchenko, but more Nelson. No, a lot of Zinchenko, but not much of Nelson and Fabio Vieira. Now, we know Fabio Vieira was at the Club World Cup with Porto, and obviously they were knocked out a couple of weeks ago. He's going to return to Arsenal now and try and get his move. I don't see Fabio Vieira in this team. I feel like the Arsenal team has evolved past Fabio Vieira, and you know what? It's not like he's not a good, decent technical player. He's got a shot on him. We know that. He just needs to beef up a little bit. He just needs to put some muscle on him, and I think he's very lightweight for the Premier League, and that is mic cut out. My mic absolutely cut out. That's annoying, but we will continue where we left off. As I said, Fabio Vieira, bit lightweight for the Premier League, needs a bit more muscle, needs some time to move on. We also have another midfielder we need to move on, we haven't spoken about a lot, is Sambi Lokonga as well. What's going to be happening with Sambi Lokonga? There are a lot of exits that do need to happen this summer, as I can think off the top of my head. Sambi Lokonga, Trossard, Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson, Zinchenko. Who else am I thinking of? Any defenders potentially leaving? Tomiyasu's already gone. Marquinhos is already gone. There's going to be a lot of exits this summer. So let's continue on this video and see who is potentially not coming into the Arsenal, and that is Benjamin Cesco. And like I said, the sporting director as well with Yokarez. Leipzig don't want to lower the fee for Cesco, and Arsenal are not interested. Arsenal are not going to be bullied into paying excess money for a hot prospect that has only scored 13 goals in the Bundesliga. In my opinion, he's still young. They value Cesco around between 50 to 65 million euros. Obviously, Leipzig won 80 million euros plus, and I've spoken about this already, and this is why they're not going to do the deal, because like I said, Arsenal don't want to be bullied. They don't want to pay high wages for that of Cesco as well. Yokarez, who wants to come to Arsenal, has given up 2 million of his salary and is now potentially going to be, right now he's earning less than what Cesco is currently earning, or something like that. I saw that story. So when you hear things like that, how much Yokarez wants to come to Arsenal, then you see Cesco and Leipzig really just playing hardball. It's just like, you know what? Then you lot can stay there. Stay there, mind your business, and we will move on to Yokarez. Now, obviously, like I said, Yokarez is this close from being done. Obviously, until it's done, it's not done. So we'll watch this one with a keen eye. We'll continue to watch this one with a keen eye. Last but not least, Madawake of Chelsea. Chelsea want 50 million plus for that of Noni Madawake because they're keeping their hands on the market. They're looking at deals for Kudos and Anti Elanga that are 55 or 50 million plus, at least 52 million plus, with those deals being done with Tottenham and Newcastle respectively. And Chelsea are saying, well, if they're going for 50 million plus, so should Madawake. I value Madawake around 30 to 40 million pounds. Arsenal apparently value Madawake around 43 million pounds. Chelsea value him at more. So this is where another thing where a transfer could take long to go through because we're haggling over transfer fees. Do we need Madawake? He needs to be the backup. He needs to be the backup to the backup, in my opinion. I could be being harsh, but that's just my opinion. More Chelsea players, I'm not necessarily on it. But people, that is it for the Arsenal Transfer Centre today. Now, there is something on my mind. There is something really on my mind, and it's regarding Robbie Lyle and AFTV. And I'm thinking, should I address the situation? Does anyone want me to address the situation? Do you even care? That's the question. Do you even care? If you care and want to know about the situation, let me know in the comments below and we will address it in another video. But apart from that, this has been the Arsenal Transfer Centre. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Make sure, especially subscribe if you are new. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. We are close every single day. We are getting closer. Hit that subscribe button. Love and guidance, people. Peace.